Trisha. I'm a Mount Royal first year. This is Adia. She comes to the studio with me. So a lot of my practice these days has been about Forest Haven, and in particular, I'm going to just lead you over here. I've been doing another piece traditionally been about like mental health and patient-provider relationships and how patients are also providers and vice versa. And right now I'm just working on this project because kind of at the culmination of everything is the actual asylum. And Forest Haven is an asylum in Laurel, Maryland. And I've been visiting there and talking to people in the developments that are being built around it. I've been making brochures and manuals to encourage people to go and visit the actual site. The site is essentially 300 people were murdered at this site, and it's got a children's ward, sections for adults. It has a whole facility, and it's pretty indicative of a lot of different asylums that exist in a lot of different states around the United States, a lot of which now have been replaced by prisons, which are actually, a huge mental health care provider as well. So I'm sort of looking at the idea of how people were treated and with what treatments and if they were helpful or not. So for the last semester, a little bit, I was building sort of a map and actually getting into the asylum and creating this little booklet. And since then, I've been working on trying to post it and talking to people who are at the watershed and a couple of other developments that are being built around it to try and get people to consider creating a memorial or figuring out how to incorporate thinking about this site that's next to where they live. Secondarily, I've been visiting it and I kind of got a little bit more, I'm not as fascinated by the pictures and some of the images, but I'm definitely very, very interested in some of the bacteria and the life that's growing in it, because I was thinking about ways in which things are lost and how there are these people who have been killed and their bodies have been exhumed, and a lot of this stuff is being, essentially demolished. So I was thinking a lot about what can you collect when you go into some place that is monitored, that you're not allowed to be in, that's small, that sort of represents the body and the people who were there. And one thing that kind of came across to me was a lot of the bacteria. And so I've been working in a molecular biology lab at Bugs. It's a community lab space as well, to work on creating chromoproteins in bacteria so that way they grow and they create color, because I'm trying to work with the bacteria that I find at the site through different things that I've collected as ways to sort of tell a story of what remains and what doesn't. And for me right now, I'm sort of taking a moment to sort of go, I'm sort of contrasting the Hippocratic Oath with the idea of what happened at the site. So I'm talking a lot about the Supreme Court case and about how people have died there and what the obligation of physicians is and how that sort of breaks down and institutionalized in mass care. Finally, last but not least, I've been doing a lot of prints. I'm a printmaker by trade, and I've been sort of working in sculptural and flexible prints, things that are made of gels and mediums that may be able to be included in the auger art, / using auger as a background. So I've been experimenting with just how that would be printed, how it would be taken apart, and then how much flexibility it would have and how it would sit. And that's sort of been one of the questions that's coming up in what am I going to create with this bacteria art that I'm using, and what am I going to contaminate the modified pigments with. So that's it.